Hi everyone and welcome. In this video, we will cover the getting started guide for WIN-PR-AHT21-M temperature and humidity sensor with Modbus RS485 output. We have covered so many sensors from Augmatic Technologies Private Limited, but most of the sensors are working on 24 volt DC power supply, or you can say 12 to 24 volt DC. But this one works on the 5 volt DC power supply. Okay, so here you can see the sensor on the camera. So here is our temperature and humidity sensor. I have provided 5 volt DC power supply from this board. Okay, this is the battery. This is the 5 volt power supply converter, and I have connected this sensor with my ATC converter, okay, to read the data over Modbus RS485 protocol. Now this white cable is RS485 plus, this yellow or green cable is RS485 minus, okay, and this brown or red cable is positive and this black cable is negative. So this is how you have to make the connection of this sensor, and the good thing is it is working on the 5 volts, so you can use this sensor with your ESP32, Arduino or any other embedded devices, and you can read the temperature and humidity data from this sensor over Modbus RS485 protocol. Okay, so let's see how you can do that. So I hope the connection diagram is clear. Now I'm going to turn on this board to provide the 5 volt power supply. Now we will open the ModScan software. Okay, so I'm going to select the length of 5, okay, and yeah, and then we will go to connection, and then we will click on connect. Now which COM port we have to select to read the data from this sensor. So if you open the device manager in your system, you will see ports, and inside the port you will see USB serial port. So our ATC converter is connected on my system on the COM port 3. So I have to use COM port 3 in the ModScan software. So I can use COM port 3. Now the default baud rate is 9600, data bits 8, parity none, and the stop bit 1. Now I can press OK. And instead of coil status, you have to select holding resistor. Okay, and once you select the holding resistor, you will get the response. Okay, now here you can see the first resistor is for your temperature and the second resistor is for your humidity. Okay, now if you want to read the data sheet, then here is the data sheet for the sensor, temperature and humidity sensor, and WIN-PR-AHT21-M. And along with the sensor, you will also get these mounting brackets. Okay, so it will be good to mount anywhere. Okay, now there are two measuring parameters which you can measure from this sensor, temperature and humidity. And here is the measuring range for both of the parameter, operating temperature and measuring accuracy. Now here you can see they have clearly mentioned that for the red wire you have to supply the 5 volt power supply, otherwise this sensor will burn out, okay, if you provide 12 or 24 volt DC. Okay, so that's why I have to do this setup to provide 5 volt power supply. And here is the Modbus parameter configuration. Communication baud rate is 9600, data bits 8, parity none, and the stop bit 1. And we are going to read the data on the holding resistor. Okay, and here you can see this table, and here you can compare with the ModScan. So first is the temperature, second resistor is for humidity. There is no data on the third resistor. Fourth resistor is for the slave ID. So current slave ID is 1. If you want to change the slave ID, then you can update the holding resistor 5, or you can say 5th holding resistor, and you can update the slave ID. There is no option to update the baud rate in this sensor. Okay, it will work on the 9600 baud rate. And if you scroll down here more, then here you can see the important note. So whatever data you are getting on the holding resistor 1 and holding resistor 2, you have to divide this data by 100 to get the actual temperature and humidity value. So suppose right now we are getting the data 3292. So I have to divide those data by 100. So I'll get the exact temperature in Celsius. Okay, so current temperature in Celsius around me is 32.97, and the percentage relative humidity is 39.171415. Okay, so previous all the sensors which we have covered from Augmatic Technologies Private Limited, you have to divide these values by 10 to get the actual value. Okay, so basically you have to divide the row values by 10 to get the exact temperature and humidity value. But in this sensor, you have to divide the row value by 100 to get the actual temperature and humidity value. Okay, so I hope this is clear. And yeah, this comes from the Augmatic Technologies Private Limited. So here is the technical support detail if you want to purchase those sensor. If you have any technical queries on those sensor, also I'll provide the contact detail of Augmatic Technologies Private Limited in case if you want to buy this sensor. And with the sensor box, you will also get this kind of mounting brackets. Okay, you will also get this screw, and you will also get this cushion. Okay, and in this kind of box you will receive the sensor. Now here you can see the temperature and humidity range with accuracy. Okay, so here is the humidity range with accuracy, and here is the temperature range with accuracy, and here is their website details and everything. Okay, so I hope this thing is clear about this sensor, that how you can set up this sensor and how you can read the sensor data in the MoreScan software. We are going to connect this sensor with Arduino or ESP32 in the future. Okay, I will research on that and will create the videos on that how you can integrate this sensor to ESP32 board and how you can create LVGL display to monitor temperature and humidity data. So stay tuned for the future videos, and if you have any question or any doubt in this, then feel free to ask me on Telegram, Instagram, WhatsApp, anywhere. Also, you can comment on this video. Also, you can ping me on LinkedIn. Now let's meet in the future videos. Till then, take care, goodbye, and thank you.